Hello, fellow hunters, and welcome back to Call of the Wild. In today's episode, we have to unlock these couple of things here, and then we need to start heading. Well, I guess we're gonna probably spend all of our time just unlocking this little wing over here of stuff, and then after that, we want to start doing counterclockwise around that way. So this may end up being a short episode because I don't think I have enough time to run over here and do all of that, and then fast travel back here, run down here and unlock this, and then find the thing for that. So we'll probably make this a reasonably short episode. I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. So we only have a little bit of distance to get to our first waypoint here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hunting stand of some description. And then after that, we'll run up here, grab this lookout or this outpost here, and then check out what's off in that direction. So since we're really close, I'll go ahead and just leave the video going, and then after that I can put some cut in between. The pronghorn mating call. Unfortunately, there's just way too much brush in the way for me to even have a chance of seeing that, and I don't really like to do stalking, so we're just going to go ahead and continue running and hope that maybe something will be out here in the open that we can take a shot at. That would be pretty sweet. Haven't really had too much luck with that in the last few episodes, though, so I'm not really going to hold my breath. Again, as I say with all of these episodes that we do when we go into a new map, the primary goal is just covering ground and getting all of the various things in the map unlocked, so that way later on we can focus on not having to worry about getting things discovered. I like to go through like a discovery phase of just unlocking the entire map, getting all the fast travel points unlocked, getting all the points of interest and stuff unlocked. And then, you know, if we find cool stuff along the way, great. That still makes it worth watching just to see, you know, hey, what happens to pop its head up at us as we're going through the map. But for the most part, I'm primarily focused on just getting to waypoints and getting things unlocked and getting the maps and finding need zones and stuff like that. So that's primarily what we're working on. But anyways, yeah, we only have another 300 meters left until we get to this guy over here. And then this one's probably going to be a... Well, I'm going to pull out my pistol, but I'm not expecting... Oh. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be a thing. That's fine. We'll continue on towards our current objective and see what kind of stuff we can find, but normally around the outpost you don't really see too much. Every once in a while, you'll see something wandering by, but most animals don't hang around the outposts. Ooh, I'm really glad we didn't go down to the valley there to get that and then had to come up here, because we can fast travel back to the other one to get back up to the elevation that we were at. Be a little bit of a precarious jaunt down the hill here. And really jaunt down the side of the cliff. Alright, let's get this unlocked, and then we'll head over to hopefully our final point of interest before we can head east. Another little cabin. You know, it is what it is. Alright, cabin unlocked. And our next destination is this one over here. So let's go ahead. We got about 1 kilometer to get over there. But I won't waste your time with that. I'll bring you back if something interesting ends up showing up. Got ourselves a moose there, but it's a tiny little one. And as much as I'd like to go ahead and take a shot at it, the woods are in the way. And I don't know. He's kind of running off to the side. Where'd he go? I was thinking he might continue running off to the left, but, here we take a chance on him. Whoa, what was that? The pronghorn. All right. I knew the chances of actually getting anything on that. The moose are pretty thick-hided animals, so the odds of actually getting any kind of a shot without being completely perpendicular to them is ridiculously small. So especially with this, the 7mm is a really great round, but once you start getting up into like the bigger animals, unless you're reasonably close and you have a really good shot, it just doesn't have the kind of penetration that, say, the 300 Magnum has or something like that. So it's just, you know, you accept that, you know, we probably barely even injured it. Or we killed it and it died. You know, I guess there's always that. I didn't think we got it. I knew we hit it, but I didn't think we got any kind of a decent hit on it. But if it's already dead, that means we probably didn't get a vital organ hit, but we definitely got some kind of a decent hit on it, I guess, since it died. So yeah, let's follow the trail and see what we ended up doing to it. Oh, that doesn't look like a vital organ hit. Okay. Sorry, wrong button. I'll bring you guys back once I find it. And fortunately for me, it was running straight towards our destination, so okay. It was a crappy trophy anyway, so I wasn't that worried about it. But it looks like we got yeah, we barely got a stomach and liver shot in there. So, all right, well, it ended up being silver, and we did technically get a trophy out of it. But you know, it was a tiny little rack there, and not really worth the bullet, not even really worth the bullet that we put into it. So, you know, I mean, it is. You know what I mean? I'm exaggerating. Anyways, I got really lucky with that shot. That really should not have been a vital shot kill. At the angle that he was running and the kind of hip shot that I did. Well, I don't say hip shot, but you know what I mean. The half-ass shot that I took at him. That should not have gone the way that it went. We just got really lucky and got a little bit more out of that than I was expecting. But yeah, here is our waypoint that we're trying to get to. And like I said, this is going to be a short episode because I don't really have enough time now to fast travel back here and go all the way back down and do all of this stuff. So we'll just cut this one short and we'll pick it up in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to click the subscribe button, the like button, hit that subscribe button. Wow, really bad exit. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. If you would like to contribute to the channel, I have PayPal and Patreon links in the description, as well as that thanks button just below the video. I will read this off to you before we leave, and that will be it for the day. Lake Mahican is the westernmost lake bordering the very edge of the preserve. It was said to host a gathering of white wolves who would hunt the wildlife that drank its waters. So again, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the view as we take off for the day, and I will see you for the next one.